Whether you're the CEO or the head of marketing or customer service representative, everybody talks about their day in the same way. Hi, my name is Bertie, and in today's video I want to talk about a great technique for running really effective daily meetings with your team or company. So this is a daily stand-up meeting or a PPP, and it's really common in tech teams, but also the companies that I work with, I encourage them to use it within their teams because it's so effective. If you enjoy my content today, it would mean the world to me if you subscribe and hit the like button. So what is a daily stand-up? A daily stand-up is a very quick, focused meeting. It's not going into any detail about anything. It's just to give everyone a high level view about what's going on with the team or company. It helps really motivate people and keep everybody on the same page. It also encourages cross-pollination of ideas because everybody is listening and understanding what other people are working on. Actually, you can actually find that different departments can start collaborating on ideas that they wouldn't have had any understanding on previously. Another good thing about these meetings is they work equally well in person or remote, or even a mixture of the two. It doesn't matter. So if you think there's something lacking, if you think maybe your team doesn't really know what's going on, then this is a great time to start a daily stand-up meeting. So how to run one and how to keep them tight and focused? Well, here are some tips and techniques that I use in my meetings that I'm going to share with you today. So tip 1. Put it in the diary every day. Make sure that it's just there for 10 minutes depending on the size of your team, and try to keep things running on time. Bear in mind that when you start, things are going to go over a little bit, so just allow yourself a little bit more time to begin with. But once you get these up and running, you can get them done in 10 minutes. That's 10 minutes out of the day that keeps everybody focused. So this is how I break the meetings down. Section 1, good news. So the good news section is where anybody can shout out an element of good news. And the way that I like to do this is this can be personal good news or it could be work related. So it could be we've closed a new deal. It could be we've closed a big client. It could equally be somebody's birthday, or it could be that someone's child has graduated university. It doesn't matter. It's good news. So it's starting the meeting on a really positive note. It's not that every single person has to give a piece of good news. It's just if there is some good news that you want to share, then we encourage that you share it at this point. Second point, numbers. So this is where we're talking about the numbers that are really important on your business. It could be the amount of inquiries that you've had. It could be the amount of customers. Whatever the numbers, the important metrics that you're tracking, then this is the time to share them. So we want to be able to see as a team what the progress is in those numbers. So everybody then understands exactly where we are. So the numbers is really important. I recommend choosing one person to collate numbers, especially if they're coming from different departments, and then they read them out. So it could be a handful of metrics, maybe 5, that you're just reading out on a daily basis that keeps everybody on the same page. So the next part of the meeting is what's known as the PPP, and this is where everybody takes a turn to discuss their progress, plans, and their problems. So what this means is, what was your progress you made yesterday? What are your plans for today? And what problems do you have? So we each take a turn, and that doesn't matter whether you're the CEO or the head of marketing or customer service representative. Everybody talks about their day in the same way. So the progress, what actually happened yesterday? What progress did you make against your plan? Your plan for today, what do you aim to get achieved? And then any problems that you had. Now with the problems, I also refer to these sometimes as blockers. So what's actually stopping you doing your job? Now the way that I like to work with this, and this all depends on your company culture, but the way that I personally operate with this is a blocker, a problem, could either be a physical problem, so maybe something went wrong with the website, but equally it could be a person. So there could be a person that's stopping you doing your job. So for example, maybe the CEO, maybe I haven't given someone the numbers they need so they can finish an investment deck. So it's really important, if you've got the right company culture, that somebody should be able to call out what those problems are, and actually then you can get those things resolved. The time to resolve them is not within this meeting, but what that means is, oh, actually, really sorry about that. I will get that to you straight after this meeting. Do you see what I mean? So that's the point. So actually you can start to resolve the problems, and they don't go on and build up day after day after day. By getting into this daily routine, everybody knows what's happening, and if there are any problems, we can deal with them quickly and efficiently. So already we've had 3 sections. We had the good news, takes about a minute. Then we've had the numbers, takes another minute, and then each person is taking a maximum of 1 minute to discuss their progress, plans and their problems on a daily basis. And then just to finish off the meeting, you're going to have to use your imagination on this one. So try and finish it on a high note, something motivating to try and motivate that team. It could be a quote of the day. And again, it all depends on your company culture and what your business does. It could be some feedback that you want to share from customers. I used to randomly pull out a Cards Against Humanity card and read that out. It all depends on your company culture and what you're trying to achieve. But try and leave it on a high note. Keep the meeting as high energy as you can so that everybody is leaving motivated about their day. Another important thing to add when you start implementing these meetings is the purpose of the meeting. The purpose of the meeting is exactly what I said at the beginning. It's to motivate everybody and keep everybody on the same page. This is not about Big Brother wanting to spy on people and know exactly what they're doing. This isn't about micromanaging. So by explaining it in that way from the offset will really help overcome any issues you may have in implementing a meeting structure like this. Change can be feared. So explaining the meeting properly before just implementing it can really help your team get on board. It's to help them. It's to support them. It isn't to spy on them. That being said, it does help you see any problems that then start occurring. If progress isn't being made and if plans aren't getting followed, it means that you can jump in there and intervene probably a lot quicker than you could have done previously. So I hope that's been useful. If you've got any questions at all, whack it in the comments below. And if you start implementing these meetings, I would love to hear how they go. So thanks for watching today. I hope this has been useful for you, and I'll see you again for another video very soon.